This is 2022 AMC 10A problem 14. How many ways are there to split the integers 1 through 14 into 7 pairs such that in each pair the greater number is at least 2 times the lesser number? So for this problem, we're just going to use like combinatorics, like counting. So firstly, how can we actually pair these numbers up so that this actually works out? Intuition is going to be pairing 7 with 14, 6 with 13, 5 with 12, 4 with 11, 3 with 10, 2 with 9, 1 with 8, right? And then we're done. So that is a working pair. That is a working pairing method. But how do we count the number of pairings that work? So let's see. So firstly, in each pair we have two elements, A and B. Now B has to be larger or equal to 2A because it says the larger number is at least 2 times the lesser number. Okay, so this means that A can be 1 to 7 and B can be 8 to 14 because notice that the numbers from 8 to 14 all need to be the larger number in the pair. Because if you want to pair 8 up and 8 is a smaller number, there's no 16 or 17 or above for 8 to pair with. 8 has to be the larger number, the one that is larger than 2 times the lesser number. Same for 14. There's no 28, 29 or above for 14 to pair with. 14 has to be the larger number. And how much numbers are between 8 to 14? There's 7 numbers. And there's 7 pairs, meaning that each pair has to include at least one of these numbers from 8. So each pair has to include exactly one of these numbers from 8 to 14. And meanwhile, each pair has to also include each of these remaining numbers from 1 to 7. So let's start off by pairing up the most restrictive case, 7 and 14. There's no argument here. 7 just has to go with 14. Like, 7 times 2 is 14. It can't go with anything less. So there's one way to pair this up. Now, what about 6? 6 can go with 12 or 13. 14 is gone, so we don't count that in. So there's 2 ways to pair 16 up. Okay, so we pair 7 with 14. Let's say we pair 6 with 12. And we have 5. You can pair 5 with 10, 5 with 11, 5 with 12, but 5 with 12 is gone, and 5 with 13. 3 ways to pair 5 up. Let's say you go with 5 and 5 with 10. Or no, actually I want to go with 5 with 13. Okay, now we can also do 4 with 8, 4 with 9, 4 with 10, and 4 with 11. There's 4 ways to pair 4 up. I'm going to go with 4 with 9. We have 3. 3 with 6, 3 with 7. But notice firstly that we can't, it's in the format of A, B, and B has to be from 8 to 14. And 6 and 7 are not in the range of 8 to 14, so you can't do that. And also, we have already paired 6 and 7 up with 14 and 12, so we can't do that, in any way. You can only pair it with numbers from 8 to 14, so you can pair it with 8, 9, but 9 is taken, so you can pair it with 10, 11, and 12 is taken, 13 is taken, 14 is taken, yeah. So that's about it. So there's 3 ways to pair 3 up. Let's say I choose 3 with 11. Now let's pair 2 up. I can pair 2 with 8 and 2 with 10. There's 2 ways. I'll pair 2 with 8. And the remaining way is to pair 1 with 10. That's just one way to do so. So if we multiply all these numbers up, 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, we have 6 times 4, which is 24, times 6, which is 144. So that is the answer. And it's also the largest answer. So I guess we didn't miss any cases.